Hey everybody, okay, so now I am going to do a supplemental video for my Scandalistas, or my Scandal fans. So as most of you know, I am obsessed with the show Scandal. So I like to occasionally do a vlog about it if the episode is especially juicy. So this episode, first off, let's just address the elephant in the room. What the hell is going on with all these breaks? Why do we have to wait 3 weeks for another episode? Do you know what you're doing to all of us real diehard Scandalistas out there? You're giving our Thursday like a major downgrade. That is what I look forward to on Thursdays. It's like, yeah, Wednesday, hump day, yay. Thursday, oh my God, Scandal's coming on. Like, that makes my week, like, that is what makes my Thursday move. I mean, it's even better than like a Friday because Scandal's coming on. So yeah, y'all are like crushing our spirits and our souls by doing this whole like delay thing. So womp to you, ABC, just for that. Okay, so let's just like do like a brief recap. So basically, so much happened. Okay, so Huck and Quinn have been kind of like trying to track down like the mole that like released some information in regards to like what was going on in the White House, the issue with the hostages. So they thought it was one guy. I forgot what his name even was, but they thought it was him, and then they told him like, okay, we know you're the mole, and then he killed himself. But then the storyline for this episode was his wife coming in and saying, my husband didn't kill himself. On his suicide note, he called me Susan. He hasn't called me Susan in 25 years. Therefore, I know he didn't kill himself. So, you know, then they're going into that. They find out he's not the mole. There's a real mole. It wasn't him. Somebody killed him. Oh Lord, let's get this together. Let's gladiate out this piece, okay? So, I guess Huck and Quinn like went to some storage unit to like do some research or some digging. And Huck gets hit over the head and thrown in a box, and thank God Quinn like didn't, let it go, because she really had to like hunt him down and like look at every single little crate thing and find him. So we find him. I don't know if they were planning on like leaving him there for dead or what, because he was just in a wooden box with a lock on it, like shaking and like doing all this. So he's acting worse than when they got him after he had been waterboarded. So I don't know what this person did to him, what they showed him, or what. So we know it's bad. So that's on the side. Like, OMG, Huck, who is like everybody's like favorite because he's like the man. Like, if you got a problem, like if you say, you know what, he looked at me wrong, Huck is going to torture him and Huck is going to kill him. And he'll never look at you crazy again. Like, that's Huck. Okay, so then there has been this whole thing with Jake, who's this kind of like new guy, like out of nowhere, who has been watching and doing surveillance on Liv's house, in her house. So Huck and Quinn have been doing like a monthly, a monthly sweep of her apartment to like take away like all the cameras. But this guy is so good because he obviously has been watching her house. He knows when they do it. So he takes them down right before they come in and then puts them right back up right after they leave. So we're like, oh, you scumbag, you're, spying on her, you're a creep, ugh. So, okay, but then like he's like kind of like dating Liv to get in with her that way. So she's going on a date with him, and then she sleeps with him. So then she's like, ooh, she finds out about the cameras. So then he's like trying to like get her like, you can't leave this house now. Okay, pause, break, time out. First of all, Liv can't fight. How are you gonna be doing all of this mess with people, getting in their nitty gritty, confronting people, getting all in their face, she stays tough talking somebody, but then you can't even fight to back it up? Liv, let you come to me with some stuff like, this is what I'm gonna do to you and you're going down and blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna know to just try and smack you. I've never been in a fight in my life, but she obviously can't fight. Like, how are you even in this? Like, girl, I'm gonna need you to take in some self-defense classes, some karate or something, just because, first of all, you live in the city. It's not like you live like out in the country somewhere. You live in the city, so somebody can just attack you any time of day, day you just walking down the street minding your own business in your fabulous white clothes and gloves. Okay? Because you're the perfect target. You look like money. So you mean to tell me you all up in these people's business, tough talking, you know, heads of governments and really like dangerous or potentially dangerous people, and you can't even fight. I mean, you should have seen him. He's like, you know, you're not leaving this house. And she's like, ah, and then just falls and like, it's over. Like, you didn't do nothing. You didn't kick him in the nads. You didn't do nothing. You didn't kick him in the stomach. You didn't scratch him. Nothing. You didn't do anything. Come on now. You like she-woman. Get it together, man. Okay? Get you some self-defense classes. Anyway, back to the storyline. Okay. So then Jake says, and she's like, why are you doing this? Why are you, you know, watching my house? And then he goes, I'm looking out for this. And he points to the screen and there's some creepy man like creeping around her house. So then everybody's like, well, at least I was like, well, do I hate Jake or do I love him? Did he just like save her life on the low? Because then he takes her to the hospital. So it's not because she hit her head on the floor. So it's not like he really was trying to kill her, because he could have just killed her right there. And from what we've seen from him before, he's like on some CIA stuff. Like he could have totally gotten away with it. So we're like, who is this guy and what is he doing? We're just kind of like, do we love this guy? Do we hate this guy? But then, I don't know if he knows her. I guess he does know, because then the president came into Liv's room. And you know, the minute she sees Fitz, she's all crinkly lipped and like, you know, doing all that crap again. So then it's like, awkward. She done slept with 2 men in the same room. Now, here's my issue with that. Because, you know, it's not like she was sleeping with them at the same time, but it's just like, I felt like that scene right there kind of made her look like the jump off. But then, I mean, I guess that's also the great formation of like a classic dramatic love triangle. So we'll see. Even though Liv doesn't love Jake, we all know Fitz is like it for her. But I just, at first I was like, kind of like, dang, now they making her look like the jump off, like she loving the crew, like for real. So that was another thing. So then Cyrus is trying to get back at home with James. He's trying to get back home. Okay, as long as they don't have to get naked again, you know what I mean? Because that was rough for everybody. But, you know, James just he really needs to get over it. He act like he cheated on him or something. I mean, you are with this man and you love this old man who's obviously older than you because he has all this power and he had to do what he had to do to get the president elected. Like, that's, you know who he is. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's going to get the job done no matter what it takes. He didn't do anything and lie about your relationship. Yes, he kind of manipulated you, but for real, he did that so nobody came out and like sniped you, because your ass was about to get sniped for real for digging around with the voting thing. So he kind of saved him for that. But anyway, you know, that's working out, whatever. Love how Fitz is giving Cyrus like relationship advice when really he's talking about him and Liv. And he's got to know Cyrus knows, like, dude, you talking about your own stuff. You're not even worried about me. Okay, whatever. And then, you know, he goes, of course, there's always some scene in the show where Millie and Fitz are reading each other. He read the hell out of her today. Basically told her that she was sold to him and that it was, you know, nothing short of prostitution, basically. Because basically they were set up. You know, he's new money, she was old money. His dad set it up so he could marry a girl that was old money, blue blood, American, you know, and she knew how to run the race. He actually referred to her as like a thoroughbred who knows how to run a race. Damn, Melly. That hurt. That hurt real bad. And then she did some stuff. She said, and he's like, you know, talking about like, oh, you're okay with this pretending. She's like, pretending is the real. You are crazy, because when he's with Liv, he don't have to pretend, but then, because they on some other stuff. He's like for real tripping. I don't know if it was like the gunshot or what, but he's just really all over the place. Like, nobody knows what to do with Fitz right now. I don't even know what to do with Fitz right now, because if I was Fitz, I'd slap him. But that explains why Liv hasn't slapped him, because she can't fight. I'm not gonna be able to get over this, her not being able to fight thing, because that is just ridiculous to me. I mean, come on, girl, you could have taken some self-defense classes. I'm not saying you gotta like be boxing jokers up every episode, but if somebody comes at you, you have to know how to like, you know, throw up a block or something. All you gotta do is knee somebody in the, I mean, she was able to knee him, you know, in the jewels, and she didn't. So I was just like, come on. Either they forgot about that, or they just really like, that really bothered me. Like, that's just basic common sense. But whatever. So that is my take on the episode. Super juicy, as usual. And I can't believe we have to wait 3 weeks, because right now Liv is in the hospital and she is looking at the president, Fitz. So what is going to happen? And you know how they like to skip time. Like, you know, who knows? Like, when we come back from this 3-week break, he may only have 1 year left in office. I'm like, oh my God, what are you going to do when he's not president anymore? Because they keep on, like, speeding through time. But, so yeah. That is just my Scandalisa roundup. If you have any insight or any opinion, please comment, because this is my favorite thing to do, talk about Scandal. So yeah, that is the juice of the episode. And if you can't keep up with how I'm talking, I apologize. Watch the episodes. So yeah, that was my take. I just had to talk about it to y'all because Scandal was off the chain. And I'm furious about this 3-week break. But I will see you guys next time. Bye, Scandalista!